starting all over with a new team.
And Mick was with us. He's like, "Oh, you guys are crazy. You guys are crazy."
Yeah. You almost left me.
I didn't know what to do. The guy was yelling at me.
That first time, 3-4 weekend. You got it? Yeah. Yeah, so we're here at the Motocross of Nations in Ironman, and the season's just about to come to an end. Yeah, I thought it would be a good idea to have a little look back on the season. It was quite a special season for me, making the move from Europe to America and making this big change together with my girlfriend to come over here. And it was not in my plans at first, but Triumph gave me this opportunity to hopefully go out there and get some experience and try and see if I can improve. And yeah, what happened, I think, was quite magical in the end. I spoke to Ricky and my manager and Ivan and everybody from Triumph, and I was pitching this idea of going to America and see what it would be like. And you know, at that time in October, we didn't really know what was going to happen. They couldn't promise me anything, which obviously I knew. But I told them, listen, I'm gonna show up anyway, and I'm gonna book the flight to America, and we're gonna go and see what it's gonna be like. And yeah, so end of October, I packed my bags and I go to America, and yeah, it was hectic, but at the same time, it was an amazing experience. I got to meet the whole American Triumph team. Got to spend some time with Ricky and Ivan, and you know, really get behind the scenes on some of the people behind Triumph. And you know, I was trying to pitch this idea of at least having the option to race in America, but actually what I wanted to do was to, you know, ultimately just stay with Triumph. And we came to the agreement of putting me as a test rider to develop that 450, the factory 450.
No, Mick, when I first met him, probably the first couple of weeks when he got there, he's like, we were doing a big road bike. It was boot camp for us, October, November, December. We're training pretty hard on the bicycles. And he's like, hey, I want to go biking with you guys this week. So we take him on one of the toughest rides that we have in the mountains. And with American guys on the bicycle, they're always racing. It's a hill climb, they're racing. And Mick was with us. He's like, oh, these guys are crazy. You guys are crazy. But I took him on another bicycle ride just recently, last week.
Which to me was sort of the dream. And a couple months later, around Christmas time, I'd stayed busy. You know, I'd lent some bikes from them, and you know, been around riding, just keeping myself sharp. Unfortunately, for one of the riders, they get injured in America, and I thought, okay, you know, this might be my time. And sure enough, 2 days later, I get the call from Ian Kimber that if I would be willing to come to America and replace the rider and go and ride the outdoors.
Even in the previous season, I've always watched the GPs and the Triumph team as I'm associated with. I watched Mikko ride, and you know, always inspired his riding. And then he came to America to join the team with us and do a few races last year, and then end up breaking his wrist and coming back for us this year to ride the outdoors. It's unreal. Like, he's one of the best kids I've ever worked with. The work ethic is there, and you know, at first as anybody, he's quiet. He doesn't know who to trust. When you get to trusting somebody, then he opens up. And then no, Mikko is for sure the hardest working kid I've been around, and you don't have to second guess anything he does.
And yeah, step by step we started improving on the bike, and I started getting into race shape, and all of a sudden, you know, it was race time. We were at Parla, and yeah, things were starting to happen. And obviously, I did not know, you know, where I was going to stack up. This is a new class, new people, new team. I believe I started out with a 15th overall in Parla, or somewhat around the top 15, which to me, you know, when you look on paper, maybe not the best result, but I could feel the potential that was there. And then from there on out, you know, I stayed within around top 5. I started being in the top 5 consistently, getting good start, racing for podiums pretty much every weekend. I gained a lot of points in the championship, and all of a sudden I was in the top 5 in the championship.
Yeah, this is a little bit sneak peek of what's to come the rest of the season. I think I love the track. I love everybody here, the beautiful scene, and I really enjoy this racing. And hopefully I can keep improving like I've done, and get in the podium at one point.
So it was amazing to see the growth that we had during the season. With 2 rounds to go, sadly I injured myself and broke my collarbone. Another rider jumped into my side during first moto of Unadilla. So the season ended a little different to what I was hoping, but I ended up 6th overall in the championship regardless, without even racing the last 2 weekends. And yeah, now I had some time off, got myself ready, and yeah, now we're here at the Nations and representing Team Denmark, and hopefully we can go out there and have some fun.
Well, they left a lot of the lines from yesterday, so it was a little bit more technical, I think. On the times, it was slower. But I think it'll be pretty good. It won't be as fast as yesterday, but I think we'll get a little bit closer to the lap times we're doing in the qualifying race. So. Just finished up the first motor, and pretty solid. Mid-pack start, but we worked our way through, and towards the end I actually started feeling strong, so we're looking forward to the second one now. Just
when you sit and reflect over a season like this, obviously there's a whole lot of things that we can improve on. But I think as a team we did an amazing job, and we improved a lot throughout the season. So I want to give a big shout out to Triumph Racing Team, everybody involved from mechanics to team managers and suspension mechanic, and even my girlfriend and family and everybody who supported me throughout the season. It's been an amazing trip and something that I'll never forget. I think 2025 was amazing and a hell of an experience, but I cannot wait to see what 2026 is going to be like.
Fuck me, there's a lot of mosquitoes here. Yeah.